All right. So, guys, let's resume our discussion with respect to Oracle Identity Manager and integration with Exchange Connector. Okay. So we have so far covered most of the steps with respect to configuring the connector, like starting with installing the connector, and then connector server, and copying the connector bundle and so on, and then we've talked about configuring the IT resource and then running the scheduled jobs. Also we discussed a couple of error messages uh, that we might encounter while running the scheduled jobs, and what needs to be done. Or probably I would say, like, I've discussed, like, what were the error messages that I encountered while running the scheduled jobs and all that. Yeah. And then uh, we talked about creating and activating the sandbox and also the form for exchange. um, so in this particular module, we are primarily going to discuss about creating the application instance for exchange. Okay. And as I mentioned in my previous module, I've so far just powered on only this OIM emission, and my exchange emission is still powered off. Okay. And also, as I'm encountering some extreme slowness in the web console. Okay. So I'm primarily going to discuss just the application instance I've created just before the recording this particular module. Okay. So I hope you're all able to see my screen. Let's get started here. So if you remember, like, we are still in the sandbox mode. I've already activated the sandbox mode. Okay. And application instance is nothing but the combination of the resource object and the IT resource parameter. Yeah. So we just go to the system admin console here, and then once we log into the system admin console, and then when I click on the application instance, you would be having some option to search an existing application instance. Okay. And then if you don't have one, you can actually create a new one. Okay. So I just clicked on create, and this is the page that normally pops up here. Okay. So here you just normally give your name, a display name, the description details, and a resource object. You have to primarily select the one that is corresponding to exchange and also the IT resource. So as I said, application instance is the combination of these two, one. Yeah. And then uh, after that, you just see a option to select the form. Okay. So this is the exchange form that we set it up in the previous module. Okay. And then once you click on once you selected all these fields, you have to just click on save. After that, the application instance form gets created, and the three tabs, these three tabs get become active, which means the attributes, and then the organization, which is nothing but the logical container in OIM. It is mainly for delegated administration purposes and all that. So here you can see the default organization is, it's been assigned to the top organization. Probably we would discuss more about the organization um, in a subsequent module, or probably in a in a different module then. And then the entitlements, which are nothing but the access rights or the privileges assigned to the user within the particular application instance. Yeah. So these attributes, or these three tabs gets become active after the application instance is created. Okay. So that's the quick end of this. That's the the high level discussion about this application instance. So in our subsequent module, we'll be finally publishing the sandbox, and then we'll be testing the provisioning instance. Yeah, or testing the user. Okay, for provisioning to exchange. All right. So thanks a lot for patiently listening to me, guys. Thank you.